So guys, I say the state. I ain't to say PlayStation Showcase just happened. So this is the PlayStation Showcase recap. A bunch of random crap games got appeared. Jedi Knights Old Republic's getting a remaster for PS5. GTA 5 has got shown off. But my most important three things are Marvel Wolverine game made by Insomniac, Spiderman 2 made by Insomniac, and my favourite, God of War Ragnarok. So let's get into it. So the first time Insomniac popped up when I started watching is there was this like scene where this bar fight happened, and I'm like, Spider-Man 2, and I'm thinking, no, this can't be Spider-Man 2, it's a bar fight. And then I saw this guy, cowboy hat at a bar, and drinking some whiskey, you know, only one standing from different out. The first thing I saw, right, it's Marvel, it's gonna be Wolverine. Then like two guys run up behind him and he's drinking, and you know, Wolverine, he gets angry, so then he goes shoo, looks at his claws, and then it goes back. So that's one of like Marvel games Insomniac's working on. And then a little bit later on, we get like this trailer of Spider-Man who's like through the Insomniac Spider-Man's suit logo. Like Spider-Man 2, then it's like him fighting some goon, and then it's like Miles Morales fighting some goon, and then it like leads to this dark alleyway, then like he's got like this dark creepy voice in, and you start to hear a familiar voice, a Venom voice, but it sounded like Venom from the Tom Hardy movie that they did a few years back, and that's coming out in October, and it was like insane, because I was expecting it. But I wasn't also expecting something that's going to be making a Wolverine game. Now, I don't think they showed us any release dates. Spider-Man 3 I think was 2023, which is technically almost 2 years away, but only 1 year away, because we're on the home stretch of 2021, it's 2022. So yeah, the thing is, I think the Insomniac's Marvel Wolverine game is further away because they didn't show a release date. It was just like a 30-second teaser trailer, and because of the Spider-Man 2, I like how it's one of the classic Spider-Man 2. No need to write any fancy title. I like how they're going like that. It's gonna have Miles Morales and Spider-Man in. You know, Peter Parker Spider-Man. It's also gonna have Venom. It's gonna have a bunch of different enemies bunch of different bosses like the other games, like I'm sure, but I think that Venom is like the big, I don't know if it'll be like the big boss of the game, because the big boss of the game was on the first one was the Hawk, and they didn't show him up in the trailer, did they? So obviously he might be the big main threat. So yeah, they showed off some combat. They showed off I don't know if anyone who played, I'm sure some people did play Marvel Spider-Man, but you could actually choose to shoot and your ability, and it was using obviously the advanced suit, I think it's called, you know, White Emblem stuff, and he had like iron spider arms popping out, and he did like this burst, he was only fighting one goon, and Miles Morales popped up, beat some guy, then used his powers to stop some goon, and they're both looking at dark anyway. As I said, then you literally saw Venom with big white eyes and big like, you know, big white S on his chest, so it must have took over Peter Parker's, you know, his black suit. Then obviously we get Venom, because that's how it normally goes, because that's how Venom gets like the white S, because usually in the movie, Tom Hardy movie, he hasn't got that white S, because obviously Spider-Man problems with the MCU, and obviously he hasn't took over Spider-Man's black suit sort of stuff. So yeah, so Marvel Spider-Man 2 has finally been shown off. They're not available for pre-order yet, because I literally was after state of play, I was like, right, I'm gonna go and pre-order this, but obviously, and also the Star Wars Old Republic remakes are available for pre-order yet. But the main thing I'm so happy about, God of War Ragnarok looks awesome. What they've shown off in the trailer, I'm very surprised they've shown off, because they've shown off this whole place with actual, I think it was the place the dwarfs lives, because I think Brock and Sindri was looking at Atreus, and Atreus is like a teenager now. Instead of being a little shit whiny ass kid, he's now a little shit whiny ass teenager whining at his dad. And yeah, we saw in the trailer that Kratos and Atreus, you know, you're in a husky dog thing, and Kratos running around, then like a bird shapeshifts to attack Kratos, and it's Freya. So I think there's a 5-year time gap between God of War 2018 and this next one that's coming out in 2022. Obviously, it's not, I don't think it's actually a 5-year time gap. I don't know. I'm doing maths right now. But yeah, so Kratos is a lot older. But that's the thing that surprisingly, Freya went to attack Kratos, and that means she pretty much in the first game she had a spell put under her so she couldn't actually harm stuff or kill anything as a curse sort of thing. But now she actually can, so we'll actually get I think we'll probably get in a Freya boss fight. But that being said, that was pretty cool. You can actually grapple on people with the like blades of chaos and that, and in the trailer, Kratos is wearing this big fur coat with this big thing, this big thing on his arm. Yeah, absolutely sick. I really can't go into much detail, not because I don't want to, it's because it just looks so cool. The graphics look amazing. You actually do see like the Leviathan axe and the Blades of Chaos. They look like that they were in their first game and the upgrades. And usually, I think that why that is, because usually in the God of War game, they've got to find a way of strip you of everything, so like you're not OP from the last game. I think they're not going to kill off Kratos at the beginning. I think they're going to kill him off at the end type stuff. Kind of war stuff, but we all know he can't die. So pretty much, it's been 5 years. So let's say the magic and upgraded, the died down, they've lost everything. Blah blah blah. Ragnarok's going down, big snowstorm. So I think that's how we go back to basics, pretty much. But yeah, there's so much gameplay, and they're showing off like a new shield. He uses like this big like square yellow shield of electric. Now there is a boss fight, the Magma Modi boss. I don't know which one's got the name right. But you actually kill one of them. They're actually done by Nolan North and Troy Baker. But yeah, either way, one of them has like a giant ass sword, and one of them has like a yellow square shield and mace. And yeah, I think we get that yellow square shield in the game, because there's all this gameplay of Kratos pulling out a shield, parrying someone, then lifting up by his back and summoning it around like electrocuting people, which is really cool. And they also showed off Tyr. And if you don't know what Tyr is the Norse god of war. It was mentioned in the first game and he went missing, and Kratos frees Tyr, says, "Are you with us?" And then Tyr grows like 5 foot and looks down at Kratos, which is awesome. But yeah, the graphics looked insane. I highly recommend you watch that, but I'm so excited for God of War Ragnarok. I'm so glad they're showing off. I didn't watch all the state of play because I had a share on that. Showed off a bit of Deathloop. I don't know why they showed off Deathloop, but they showed it off. But because Deathloop comes out like next week, I think. They showed off a lot of games, a lot of weird indie games and some other games, Forsaken and that. But I'm honestly surprised Insomniac's working on 2 Marvel games, or 2 games at once. But I do think the Wolverine trailer was just like, yeah, this game's going to be like 2025, 2024, 2025 at least, because we're working on Spiderman 2 and that. Because it was just a 30-second trailer and that. But yeah, it was so cool seeing I was so excited for God of War, honestly. It looks so cool. Go watch the trailer if you haven't already. It's really worth watching. And that being said, guys, main takeaway for me was Knights of the Old Republic remake, God of War Ragnarok definitely, and Insomniac Spider-Man 2 and Insomniac's Wolverine. So that being said, guys, if you did enjoy this PlayStation Showcase recap, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a very good day and goodbye.